She said she used DoorDash and they charged her $73. And we're like, way. I said, call the restaurant. So on the other side, there's a road. This is Red Oak. Anyway, I saw what looked like Jordan Lyne's girlfriend. I really probably should say. I don't know if it's her. But, this right here is Carondelet Court. Sometimes my shows only get like 10 views and stuff, so it would be funny if this really happened, but I'll tell you exactly what I saw. This is called Keith Pumphrey right here. See where it says, that says Keith Pumphrey. It's that house right there. And she walked the dogs through here and then all the way up to that patio. The reason why I was assuming that it could be his house is because he has this thing right here, but there's no pole in that. And there's also no shed right there. Ooh, black cat. So I know it's not his house, but it could be hers maybe. I don't know. This one's for rent right here. It's got a sign on it. Ooh, Tuxedo. There he goes. It's for rent right there. The number on it, I can't see, but there's written stuff on it right there. So it's at 936, whatever. We'll find out this road in a minute. I was trying to keep these little takes very short, but I just wanted to talk about it. So I was dropping off to that house back there, a few houses down that way, and I was driving here, and then I turned right here, and then way down here, I saw this blonde lady with two dogs, and it looked like Jordan Lyne's girlfriend. And she was walking right down here from Keith Pumphrey this way. It could be just some chick that's trying to look like her, and it's Red Oak Lane. But it's not a bad idea for a lady, because Jordan Lyne, he's kind of like a psychologist in a way. A lot of people watch his show, and his girlfriend or his fiance, I think they're getting married, or they're already pretty much married. If I'm not mistaken, that people do that, and when it comes to popularity, they'll purposely try to look like certain other people. So could be, could not be. I don't know. You don't know where he's from, because when he left Los Angeles, he didn't say. And he did say he did go back to LA and talk about where he did live, but he doesn't say where he is like right now. They never really, you're not really supposed to reveal location, at least you have heightened security. You don't ever want to reveal location, not on the outside. Interiors are okay, because interiors, they look the same in certain aspects, but houses especially don't look always the same on interior wise. And also apartments and other like townhomes and stuff, they don't always look the same either. They look similar, but not completely the same. So, and a lot of times they do look the same, which is good too. Steve Martin steamroller sequence. It's okay. I don't know if you saw that, but Steve Martin steamroller is what I call it, because you got to know about Steve Martin stand-up comedy. He drives a steamroller, and he's driving drunk with a steamroller, and it's just, you just have to watch it. I don't want to get into it. One theory is it could have been an Airbnb, so I don't know. Anyway, it probably isn't, but we don't know. So cool, they had a Sheltie. It's like a miniature collie. Here we go with the butterfly. See, in the 1990s, everyone was cultural. So everyone listened to Erasure. I even went to the concert. I went to an Erasure concert, and it was like many people there were straight, even though they were not. But the 1990s were very, they call it the gay 90s, and it was. Gus Van Sant was popular. That was the main theater. The main film director. Sorry, it did film. Don't want to talk about it, but Anyway, it just was something common. 1990s. You know what's funny? Watch Fred Armisen's first episode of Portlandia and listen to that song. That is the song to understand the 90s, and especially understand Portland. But we're not in Portland, we're in Fort Worth. It's very different than Portland, because most of the protesters here would be probably institutionalized. And in Portland, they would probably work at colleges. Where's your Fort Worth paper?
What?
Fort Worth.
That's it.
Yeah, this Snickers high protein. All right, 839.5, 2.3. In this business, guys, say that you have to do it. Don't say that you want to do it. We always talk about who would want to be an actor or a storyteller or a filmmaker. You tell them that you have to. Like, well, why do you have to? Say it's unexplained mystery. This house reminds me of Carrie. All I say about independent film is if you make it, and you got the credits, and you get the actors, and you do it on your own, more power to you. And once that thing surfaces, whether it be YouTube or in a film festival, more power to you, you know? It's hard work, all the way there, you know? And I think indie people feel far more better than, you know, or they, okay, better English, but they feel better about it than, I don't know, Michael Mann. I'm waiting for my man. $26 in my hand. Upton Lexington, 125. I never felt more dirty and alive, yeah. Kind of know the lyrics. I'm waiting for my man. I did David Bowie do it? I'm waiting for my man. I know that Lou Reed did. All right, guys. We're gonna head over to Tom Thumb. Oh yeah. And then back to see Linda and Kitty. There we go. Nice little shot there. I am probably going to use this bridge in A Cat Named Crook. So really, realistically, yeah, I got Grace A.K. Ware Vlog. I got Deep on Ellum. I got another script called, what's the other one? Oh, the good one, Escape from Maine, which I want Alec Baldwin to be a voice on. Listen, I have a fantasy today when I was mopping the yeast on the floor, thinking, Jim Carrey the Bird. Jim Carrey plays the bird in A Cat Named Crook. It's come to Texas, though. It's got to be in Texas. He could be the famous YouTuber, or at least the successful YouTuber. The good YouTuber that teaches Hopperhead and gets him back in the church. So it's not pure flicks, but the church is involved. Sorry. I know, Carrie, you're existential and there's no identity other than Jesus Christ. But I think it could work. He'd be the bird. We get him to teach him how to do some YouTube. Whatever the bird means to him. I'm willing to talk concept. Listen, I'm keeping A Cat Named Crook very Godard kind of thing in like a journal. It's going to be something I do. So I don't really need it like in this format Hollywood blah. Like Grace A.K. Ware Vlog and the rest of them. Hey, they may sell. Just like Quentin Tarantino sold True Romance and A Dusk Till Dawn. Which he was part of Dusk Till Dawn, but you know what I mean. And, Natural Born Killers, sorry, I got it mixed up. True Romance and Natural Born Killers were the two Quentin Tarantino ones he wrote and sold. But regardless, I would do Cat Named Crook. It's my own personal Reservoir Dogs, although it's not violent at all. There's no violence in it at all. Not a drop of blood. Nothing to think of. And there is a cat involved. I don't listen about Carrie. If he's talking to Jeff Daniels, you're making phone calls. This is a Jim Carrey. I was one of your extras in the Majestic. I walked behind the sign that said Sand Pirates of Sahara, right there in the Majestic at the beginning. Last call. I'm sorry. I had something in my throat. Last call. Remember, I wasn't that guy, but I was the guy way back there. I was wearing a suit. I'd have to point at where I'm at. I just go behind the sign really quick. I worked with you. You're very intense. I think the bird could be something. I didn't think about any stars in it at all. But it would be like a real thing. Not Truman Show real. I mean like a real kind of thing. And you'd be playing like a vlogger. Okay? Can you see this? A person that holds like a phone and makes a movie. Now, he, of course, finds out about Hopperhead and eventually help. Well, he possibly could be his. He helps him rather than expose him, right? Because he could. He finds out about him because his phone goes missing and it has a tracking device on it. And he follows it back to his little circle, finds out what he's doing. So he's kind of a teacher. I thought of him as a younger character, but Carrey has a young heart. Jim Carrey has kind of a young heart. And I do like Truman Show. Now, there is some truth. I want to tell Carrey. I had an acting class one time at Trinity. This would be a message to Jim Carrey. I had an acting class one time at Trinity Valley. I told the students, don't do it like Jim Carrey. Sorry about that. And then later on, I was standing side by side. Because Jim Carrey is Jim Carrey. And they're someone else. But now Jim Carrey says, well, who's Jim Carrey? I invented him. You know? But anyway, you know what I mean. It's a possibility. This would be like Jerry Lewis in, what was it called? The comedy thing with De Niro. Oh, what he's doing now is Mr. Show. That's right. Is that what it's called? The Jerry Lewis thing. What was it? Jerry Lewis and Robert De Niro. King of Comedy. No, it's not necessarily King of Comedy. It's not like that. Okay, I'm a big Scorsese fan, but this is like kind of think a little touch of Lynch, maybe black and white, maybe using iPhone as the camera, and like talking like changing concept and stuff. Like really be very bizarre. But like, what, Jim Carrey's in this? But listen, you know, it would be like a big thing. I haven't written hardly any dialogue at all for Bird. There is a couple of scenes I've written. Whether I show it or not, I don't know. But there's a couple of scenes that I've written between Bird and Hopperhead. When I wrote it, I thought of Bird as a younger character. But it's a possibility. And I could tell someone that too if someone else jumps aboard. Anyway. Goodness gracious. We'll think about it. There he is. I Love Lucy. Where is he? Come here, Crook. Little Crook kitty. Edmund. Yeah. Tuxedo, scratchy Cassavetes. All right.
How are you?
I'm, well, I don't know. Oh, wonderful. Linda's doing film research. What are we looking at? Her favorite. She worships I Love Lucy.
I don't worship her.
Yes, you do. You're,
Like this picture,
let me see.
actually had to take a double take.
She was very pretty. Let me see that one.
Her pale skin, blue eyes, and red hair.
Nicole Kidman played her. Look how much she looks, yeah. Very much like Nicole Kidman.
There's Harper Marx.
Oh, I kind of played a version of him, Banjo, in The Man Who Came to Dinner.
But this
I studied Harpo Marx. I studied him.
Okay. So here's 6 girls. Which one's Lucy?
All right, it's that one.
I almost thought it was her when I took a
No,
first
it's that
glance.
one. I found it immediately. She's all the way to the left.
Well, you started.
Listen, that's
your
where
eyes
you want to
started
be.
that way.
Yeah, that's where you want to be.
Right, yeah.
Or here. That's her.
So that lady's name is Phyllis.
They're all
Brooks.
pretty. But that's the star. Look. Look, hang on. Not a star. Not a star. Not a star.
We
not
don't
a star.
know that
Not
yet.
a star. Star. Look at those eyes. Look at that energy. Compared to the others. She looks, she's about to take off.
Yes, there.
Uh-huh. All right, we're gonna get back to all of this I Love Lucy.
Uh-huh.
They used to call it the show. What are you doing in your little play box? All right, sweetie, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in some, I don't know, like, make like a hoagie. Okay?
Did you drop it on the floor?
Huh? Like a hoagie.
Where'd you get it from?
I got it from the restaurant. All right. Here we go, kitty.
Come here.
All right. Look at this cat named Crook. Kitty. Look at that kitty. Cat named Crook.